We finally got our flywheel back. I've had a friend cut in a slot for the key, so we can now refit this flywheel, and I got the key itself here. It's been in the freezer overnight because it just barely didn't fit the crankshaft, so it's colder now. Hopefully it fits. So let's get this key straight in. It still just does not fit. Sad. But no issue. Let's take the file and file it down a bit. It's on. Nice. Let's put the nut back on and see if we can get some spark from this thing. Yay, we got spark again. Let's go. We got the engine back together. I have the bike on a block, so front wheel is free. Let's hope this thing starts so we can maybe take a test drive. So I still have to pull out fuel through the fuel pump because of the bigger hole I made. I've had an accident with the drill. So for now, this is the trick. Here we go. Got some fuel. Still have to find a new fuel pump body to fix this. Choke. Ooh. Let's see if we can push it down further. Oh! Haha! Nice! Yo, this is sick! So let's take this thing off the lift and have a small test drive down the street. Oh, so that's throttle on. Woo, there we go. Holy shit. Yo! This thing is flying! Woo! This thing is proper mad. It builds up slowly, but then when it gets to a certain RPM, it starts to pull and it actually goes pretty fast. This thing is awesome. It's a bit sketchy though, it's a bit getting used to. So the decompression does not work as good as I intended or as I hoped. But the throttle actually sort of works as a cutoff. So when you pull this thing gets no fuel, and then it actually stops pretty all right. It's not the best thing, but we definitely need some new front brake pads. I have some new, so that thing will be awesome. This thing still needs to be broken in, but I can already tell this will be awesome. I'm so excited for this thing. Alle. Godverdamme. The little test drive, I can already tell this thing will be sick. So we did a small little speed run with the app, and I've clocked it out at 32 kilometers an hour, but it was on the way back of that run, and the fuel pump is starving. So normally you have to have fuel coming back in the tank. This might also be an issue because of me. I wanted to pull fuel in. This probably didn't help. So this fuel pump, because of the little accident I had with the drill, has a bigger hole in the bottom, and that's probably why it won't, or why it can't pull up enough fuel for this engine. So it starts off fine, probably because it's still full, or the carb gets actually full, but once this thing gets up to RPM, you can tell there's nothing coming back out of this fuel line. So I think I will have to go look out for a new fuel pump. Other than that, just use the little tracking app and clocked it out at 32 kilometers an hour. But I think this thing has a lot more in it. As I said, it wasn't a clean run, so should be going up to 40, and we can still upgrade the exhaust and the carburetor. So we might have to look into that. Other than that, we still have to find something to use as a front headlight. I actually kind of like this style when the engine is a bit open, so maybe I will look out for something else, not the original one. So the rear has to be done as well, and find a better solution for this decompression system. And then we actually have to break it in and do some test runs, but that will be for a later episode. I also might have something special in mind for this bike, but not sure if it will work. So definitely stay tuned for more. So thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next one.